What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of the Traders Podcast. We are back again to watch some live AMC price action. What's poppin', fellow Gorilla Gang? You already know what it is. We are here chilling. We are up green in the pre-market, baby. Not a lot of volume pumping into this yet, but we're not sitting too freaking bad. Up 9.74% in the pre-market. Can't complain about that. In fact, we have broken away a little bit here from GameStop. If we just check out GameStop and how much they're up in the pre-market, they're up 6.29%. So they're actually up more than GameStop is so far here in the pre-market. That is looking absolutely beautiful. And I'll tell you what, Gorilla Gang, I am pretty pumped to, to see a nice green pre-market. Hope you guys are all rocking. I've got my 2 cups of fluids here. One of them is water, and one of them is coffee. We got some coffee rocking in the George W cup. You know what it is. We got some water rocking in the Gorilla Gang cup. Got a double fist here today. I'll tell you what. I was double fisting this weekend, but probably not coffee. Not coffee at all. Double fisting some Kraken and some Bud Light. That is the way. This is the way, as they would say here at Trey's Trades. So welcome back, everybody. It's great to have everybody here. We're going to answer as many questions as you guys have regarding the AMC situation. I know there's been a lot of questions. In case you were not able to catch out my last video, I am planning on buying some call options here today on AMC. Some of them are going to be in the money. Some of them are going to be out the money. The out the money calls are going to be quite a ways out. They're going to expire a long ways down the road. The in the money calls I will be setting for this Friday. So we will answer as many questions as you guys have on those call options. I'm going to explain to you guys the gamma squeeze as well in case you're not able to catch my latest video, just so that we can keep up on what's happening here. So good to see you. Thank you for the donation, my friend. I appreciate that. Remember, stay hydrated, much love, and stay healthy. I'm rocking. I'm cooking with Crisco, man. Appreciate that, Twisted. That is some good stuff. But my eyes. I see you guys asking about my eyes all the time. I am wearing these dorky glasses now. I apologize. But you guys see me look so weeby, especially compared to how I usually look. I already look like a weeb, and now I'm rocking these glasses, so that's awesome. But what we're looking at so far here in the pre-market, we had a gap up. We had a little bit of a gap up, and it was a mostly green gap up, right? We touched about $9.19. Typically, when you've got a gap up and it is red, right, meaning that you bleed right off the bat, that means you might end up filling the gap. And we did see a little bit of red right at the beginning of the day, but it did bounce very nicely. So we've got that huge U formation, right? We've been doing a little bit of consolidating. That's what I would call this, just a little bit of consolidation. On the microscopic, time frame, we did have the 15 MA cross underneath the 200 EMA. Now, what does that mean? That means that, microscopically speaking, on the 1 minute chart, we've got a little bit of bearish action. We've been just kind of hovering here around that 15 MA and 200 EMA. They've been crossing back and forth. Looks like we're getting a little bit of a bottom here, but we are a little bit of a slight downward moving channel. Right? The volume so far here today, nothing absolutely insane. The highest pump we saw is the 1 minute time frame. We saw 656,000 total shares. So far today, according to Webull, we have seen 1.73 million in total volume. However, I did see somebody in the chat say that we've seen 3 million in volume, so maybe Webull's wrong. Who knows? Who knows? But I'll tell you what, it's good to see. It is good to see that we are green here in the pre-market. I'll tell you what, that is a good feeling. That is a good feeling, baby. Robbie Riggs says, check out what I made on Reddit, Trey. U/GrimaceX113. Yeah, I gotta do it. You already know what it is. I was throwing together my videos here for the day, so you have to excuse all that. But I'm gonna come over here to Reddit. We'll just check this out here really quick. So we've got U/GrimaceX11. What did I do? U/GrimaceX113. Communities and users. Oh, I have an extra M in there. That'll do it. And I also have an X. Oh, no, I did type that right. X113. Maybe I'm just a ding-dong. I don't know, man. Is it in my messages? I don't want to expose anybody. Let me pull this up on my other page and I'll see if I can find it here quick. U/GrimaceX113. Gosh, I don't even know how to use this. How do I find? Maybe it is in here. U/GrimaceX113. No. I'm not seeing it, brother. I'm not seeing it. I might just be a silly chicken. If you want to help me out, if anybody knows where I can find this, that'd be awesome. That'd be awesome. All right, check out AMC with monthly candles. Sick. Oh, dude, I already know it. Monthly candles. Oh, monthly candles look dirty. That's nasty, man. That's pretty gross. We've got a huge double bottom right here. We got a George W. at bottom. Starting to climb here a little bit. It's at 801. This is not including the pre-market, obviously. But it's high as 33.51. So you guys see where the potential it could be here. That is absolutely huge, my friends. Absolutely huge. Guys, I'll tell you what. I am 100% content with where we're sitting right now. In terms of the 1 day setup, right? We're sitting at $8.77. Still up 9% here on the day. But I see potential for a continued gamma squeeze in relation to how this plays out. So I see a lot of people who are concerned, saying, Trey, what if this doesn't moon immediately on Monday? What is this going to mean? Is the stock dead? Is it a dead cat? Yada, yada, yada. My answer to you is no. This is not a dead cat, right? So, I think to clear the air a little bit on what a gamma squeeze is, in relations to hedging, right? These market makers hedging their positions. I want to give a little bit of clarity. So let me sip on this George W. coffee here really quick. The good Gorilla Juice. All right. So I put out a little bit of a video in my previous AMC video, and I talked about this exact premise. In case you were not able to catch it, I've still got this beautiful whiteboard drawing pulled up. Some great. I am a true artist. I'll tell you what. But in case you're not able to catch it, I will just show you this here really quick. So what am I talking about here, right? What's the problem with the gamma squeeze? So the options are what cause this gamma squeeze. If you don't, if you're not familiar with options, if you're new to the channel, then I would stay away for now. But the basics here, right? So you're betting a stock goes up or down, calls are bullish, puts are bearish, right? If you want to see this in more depth, check it out. But the in the money and out the money calls are specifically what I'm focusing on. In the money has high cost, low risk. Out the money has low cost and high risk. Both of these are used in order to drive a gamma squeeze, right? So check this out. Expirations and premiums. Why are these important? So you pay a higher premium essentially for a lower risk stock. Right? It's kind of backwards. It's backwards in a way, but you pay more premium for basically a safer play. You pay less premium for a riskier play. Right, so the further out on expiration, the more premium there is because there's less risk involved. You have more chance of making money on it. The closer the expiration, the lower your premium, the lower cost you're paying in, right, for the vice versa. And this is where delta hedging and the gamma squeeze comes in. So you've got Hedgie here, a little pissed off man. Look at this beautiful stick drawing. Hedgie is trying to be net positive on calls. So you've got an abundance of call options that are coming in out of stock, right? So if you look at the 5th of March, you can see there's a crap ton of call options that have come in between $5 and I would say, $15. We've got, 2,000, 18,000, 32, 17, 20, 15, 15, 32, 16, 10. Abundance of call options here, right? So that's huge. And what happens when you see that these call options are coming in is you've got market makers or hedgies, right, that have to delta hedge the positions. So whether it be today, whether it be Friday, right, they have to match the gamma, right? They want to be net neutral on their gamma. So what they do is they purchase shares per call option. So if you've got, let's say, 200,000 call options, they've got to have enough collateral to match in case people exercise these calls. Now that's different from what we were excited about on Friday, right? We were excited about hitting 801. It closed over $8, right? Which means that we've got a lot of call options that expired in the money, which gives opportunity for those people to exercise those calls if they'd like to. And basically we have an influx of shares being purchased in the market because of those in the money expirations. So that's huge. That is kind of a double whammy between what we've got here with this delta hedging, right? These market makers that need to, match the collateral. They need to have the shares available for the people who are in the money, who want to exercise their options. And you've got the second side of things, which is, these in the money call options that expired in the money, who are going to be purchasing, at least some of them, right? These options contracts out. They're going to be getting their shares to dollar cost average down or up, whatever it ends up being, right? But this brings me to my next point is, what if this does not moon immediately this morning, right? What if it doesn't moon? What if we're sitting here and it only goes up as 10%, or maybe it hits $9.50, $10? Well, I don't think anybody's gonna be mad if this goes up to $10. I'll tell you what, I sure won't be. I'll be one very happy chicken, but don't be scared. Right, so why I made that previous video talking about call options and why I'm going to be buying call options is because call options are critical and crucial for the continuation of a gamma squeeze. Some people think that the gamma squeeze is already over. I've seen this popping in the chat. They already hedged last week, right? But that's not a good way to talk about it. That's not right. Hypothetically speaking, a gamma squeeze can last pretty much infinitely, right? So you can have people, continue to buy call options and run the price up for as long as there's interest in a stock, right? So that's what I'm doing here with AMC is I'm going to continue to buy these call options. You know, my personal plan, you guys do your own thing, right? This is just what I plan on doing, is to buy some in-the-money call options here today at the $6 strike. So I'm going to buy a couple. I'm probably going to buy, you know, maybe 2, 3, 4 of these in-the-money call options at the $6 strike with the intent of exercising these so that I can lower my overall cost average on AMC, because once I purchase these, right, I am, you know, I'm tied to that $6 strike price. So I can buy 100 shares at $6 if I would like to. That lowers my overall average cost, right, which is a pro, and it causes these market makers to have to delta hedge the positions in these call options. So that's my personal game plan. You guys do exactly what you want to do, right? I'm just telling you why I'm doing what I'm doing, why it's important, right? How this can contribute to a game of squeeze, and you guys have to pull the trigger on your own. But I really do urge you, if you're not familiar with options, please stay away from options, because you are doing plenty good in the world by simply buying and holding shares. That does add to the cause, right? Because you're decreasing the amount of available shares, you're decreasing the supply, which increases the demand, right? So you guys do what you want to do, right? I'm just telling you what I'm going to do, and I hope that answers your questions here. So, long little intro, but you know what it is. Morning, champ. Someone did a slight correction vid for your last vid if you want to look into it, but thanks for vids and appreciate the hype and good vibes. So I'm not sure. Do you have a name for me? So if you want to show me a name, I'll check that out, but I want to see a name. KDX says, I made a stonk meme poster, tagged you under Asian Mamba 54. Is that on Twitter? If that's on Twitter, I'll check that out. Oh, guys, you're going to dig this. So I saved this picture. This is sick. I hope you guys dig this. Let's see if I can find it here really quick. Oh, dude, this is so cool. I can't get enough of this. Check this out. Oh, my God. That's so good. That's so good, dude. Look at this. It's a war for the Planet of the Apes. Oh, orangutan. Oh, man. Just rocking. Chilling on the top of the horse, baby. That is beautiful. That's so funny. I had to show that. Somebody made this for me. And it made me laugh, for sure. Made me laugh. Anywho. We're going to come over here to the short utilization. I think this is pretty critical to show everybody. So check this out. Utilization is up. It's up, baby. We're cooking. Look at this. It is at 95.64%, meaning that current short shares available to the public for lending is at 4.36%. So that is not a lot of short shares available. A lot of people shorting this stock right now, guys. That is huge numbers. And somebody did the math on this days to cover, which I found very interesting. They were talking about how the days to cover number is skewed. And I've been talking about this in my video here before, right? Because it takes the 3-month average volume, the short interest divided by the 3-month average volume, right? And this is a little bit skewed because if you look at the overall volume here, if we just change this to daily candles, you can see this is plain as day, right? The volume in the last month is nothing compared to what it's been in the past 2 months before that, right? It's not comparable, which skews the number, it skews the data. So somebody took the 1-month average volume and used this as the days to cover ratio, and it came out to somewhere around 2.6, if I remember correctly, and that is a huge number. I would say anything over 1 in terms of days to cover indicates that you've got a lot of a difficulty for shorts to cover their position. And, there's also some confusion in regards to what the days to cover actually means. The days to cover is not saying, hey, shorts have to cover in this X date. They don't have to cover by this day, right? What it's saying is that, in ratio, how difficult it is for shorts to cover. The higher the number, the more difficult they are to be profitable. The lower the number, the easier it is for shorts to be profitable on a stock when they're shorting it. So that's pretty substantial. I think that's huge. Matt Kors, baby, welcome back. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Dude, I know that I haven't messaged you. I've had so many stupid health complications. This weekend, man, I went into the ER because I couldn't open my eyes. I had my bilateral anterior uveitis come back. So you have to excuse me. I apologize, brother. I really do. I rock with the Space Apes. You guys are cooking, and it's good to see you still covering AMC out there. It's a dying breed. I think it's a little bit of a taboo topic right now. I know that I get a crap ton of hate for covering this on YouTube. I don't know if you do, man, but I hope you don't, because you're a good dude. All right. So I'm gonna see if I can find that poster that you were talking about here. Let me scroll back up. Coming from KDX. That'd probably be on maybe Twitter. So I'm going to check it out. See if I can find it on Twitter. Asian Mamba 54. So let's see if I can find you. Asian Mamba 54. Kevin? I still need to tape the parts down. Oh, that's pretty sick, man. Look at this. Dude. Thanks, Kevin. That's sick. He's got AMC, GameStop, Reddit, Tesla, Roaring Kitty. 2021 Best Picture, Wall Street Bet, Stock Wars. You've got Dogecoin, baby. Gorilla Gang. Oh, man. That's dope. I dig it. Inspiration with Civil War poster. Gonna be going out to high traffic areas to spread the word. Man, you're a G. You're a G. I dig this a lot, man. Thank you for that. Thanks for sharing. This deserves a retweet, my brother. What do we see here? GG. You know what it is. You know what it is. Show some love to Kevin. I appreciate that, man. That's sick. That's good stuff. All right, thank you, David. We got Corey Lynn. Media trying to say bots are hyping GME and AMC. Yeah, okay. Get out of here. Of course they are. I'll tell you what, when the media stops, playing this as a dead cat, trying to, manipulate the stock, that's when I think that this is game over. So pay attention to that. Once the media stops talking about this, that's when you know it's a dead cat. Because this is not a dead cat, baby. Not a dead cat. Not a dead cat at all. Hey, I'll tell you what. You guys get this video to 1,500 likes in the next 2 minutes. I will slam my cup of water. I know you guys are always telling me to drink water. So if you want to check that out, you want to see me slam some water, that is the way. It is the way. Somebody's telling me that Grimace X sent that to me on Twitter. So I'll check it out there. Check my messages. Slide it through. Grimace X 113. Nah, I don't see it. Alright, come over here to message requests. There we go. Here's the link. Oh, oh dude. Oh, that's the kid. Oh, Jesus Christ. That's the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life. Look at this. Oh, man. Who made that? Who made that? Dude, I gotta save it. I gotta save that. I can't help. DFV meme pic. Oh, dude, that's so good. That's so funny. I can't get enough of that. Wow, 2K. That's crazy. All right, I better drink this water, man. We're gonna come back here to AMC so you guys can watch something in the meantime. This kind of makes me laugh. I've never seen people get so excited to see me drink water. That makes me laugh. That's too good. All right. Adam Wood, thank you, brother. So if you like rum, get some Diplomatico Reserva. Puts Kraken to shame and all others for that matter. Dude, I'm gonna write that down right now for sure. I'm always a man to try out some different stuff. I always enjoy Kraken, but I'll give her a go. So, come back over here to this. All right, Diplomatica, Reserva. All right, heard, my friend. Does selling my option matter, or it needs to hold as well? Great question. So you do not necessarily need to hold your option, right? You have 100% choice. It's completely in your control. So if you'd like to hold your option in a play, right, you can do that, or you can sell it when you have a profit. So for example, let's say that I was to purchase a call option right now, if I could. Of course, you can't in the pre-market here, but if I was to purchase a call option on, let's say, $9, right? It cost me 72 cents per share, which would be $72 total for the premium on one option for a $9 strike. And I wanted to sell it. I wanted to get rid of it. I wanted to get off my hands and take some profit. You can do that, right? And options are a little bit complicated in the sense of how the profits work, but the longer that you hold an option, the more time decay you have, which is a little less, upside, right? So the longer you hold an option, if you aren't planning on, exercising it, capitalizing on those 100 shares at that strike value, the price will decay a little bit. Your returns will decay. So let's say that it hits, we're above $9, it hits $15, and you decide, I want to sell this call option, I want to lock in those profits. You can 100% do that. You'll be sitting up a huge amount, because what's awesome about options is they've got great leverage. You can make a crap ton of money on call options in comparison to just holding shares with not as much capital put forward. So, you could buy $100 of, AMC via call options, and then somehow make, a $500 return, a 500% return. And while in the meantime, maybe you bought it at $9 or $8, and you only get a 100% return if it hits $15. So you get my point here, right? There's nobody telling you that you have to hold a call option until it expires, or you don't have to exercise it, right? It's totally up to you. So take that for what it is. Take that for what it is. It's 100% your choice, my friend. CNBC is volume at close to 4 million. Yeah, so I'm guessing the Webull is lagging. It says 1.88 million here, so I would just assume that it's not updated correctly yet, but it will come. It will come, I'm sure. I also got that. Thanks for sharing that, dude. That was so cool. So a lot of my Fubo TV stock did really well, and I'm gonna go through it on AMC. Thinking best price to average up is 875-ish. Any thoughts? So microscopically speaking, yes. Microscopically speaking, I would say so. Macroscopically speaking, I'm not entirely sure. I would think you can probably get it at a better price if you want to wait. We got a George W. We got a double bottom. You already know what it is. You got a George W., which is typically a sign of an upcoming bullish run. We got that to come to fruition. We got that gap up here in the early pre-market, right? But this is a volatile stock, man. I think you're gonna have ups and downs. There's gonna be highs and lows, valleys, mountains, the whole 9 yards, right? So take that for what it is. Take that for what it is, my friend. Yeah, I think if it ends up not filling this price action, right, you don't have to fill in this gap up, you're going to be looking at an entry point somewhere around here at probably about 842. I see people asking why Teddy Experience is talking crap about me. I don't know. I've honestly never heard of Teddy Experience. Is he on YouTube? I'm not going to waste my time on it. People form their own opinions of me, my friends. I mean, if people have bad things to say about me, that's not up to me to decide. Yeah, to me, man, I've got nothing against Teddy. He can do what he wants to do, but I stand by my information. It's I think there's a lot of people out there. I don't know Teddy. I'm not going to say anything bad about him in the least bit, but I think there's a lot of people out there that take advantage of people's names to get clicks. And I had somebody do this to me earlier. I think it would have been Saturday. I had a guy. What was his name? Haglax. He basically slammed me for pumping Zkin stock because of Tom Nash's video, and he used my name to get clicks. And whether you want to admit that or not, I think that's what's happening right here with this guy, Teddy Experience. So I'm not going to waste my time on it. Maybe I am wrong, but I'm not. To me, that's just somebody out there trying to use my name to get clicks, and I've got nothing against him. I've never met the guy, so I'm not going to pay attention to it. It's not in my domain. I'm just going to keep focusing on what I'm doing. Bought some $40 call options. 618 was 1 cent per share. Woo! Really? Let me check this out. You bought the $40 call options. How did you pay 1 cent? Dude, how'd you lock that? That's nuts. That's absolutely insane. It says it's 73 cents here. I don't know how you locked that in, but good for you, dude. That's oh, maybe because I'm looking at I don't think I'm looking at the wrong day, am I? That was 618. Man, I mean, it's not even available for a cent here, but I believe it. The reason it's that cheap, though, in case you're wondering, is because the chance of you coming out on top of that is really, really low. It's really low. So take that for what it is. Take that for what it is. Man, I appreciate you guys. I appreciate everybody in the comment section being good. Trey, take a look at March 19th, quadruple watching day. Other investors already smell blood, and the 19th is a rare market day. There's already 100,000 options for the 19th, 3 weeks away. Oh, we better check this out. Oh, look at all these. Holy, I almost swore on the live stream, dude. Holy Toledo. Look at this. 9,000, 14, 7, 18, 3, 17, 5, 11, 2, 9, 3, 10, 3, 14, 13, 50. 50,000 call options on the 19th for the $10 strike. Jesus, that's nuts. That's insane, dude. Holy crap. Wow. That's a lot of call options, guys. That's huge. So you guys already get the picture here. I'm glad you pointed that out, Bullish Barbarians, because I actually haven't looked at the 19th here yet, but that's some significant, unusual trading on the call options. Let's look at the puts, conversely. I think it's important to look at both, and we've got a lot of open interest in the puts as well. There's quite a few puts at that $2 and the $3. So a lot of them are, a lot of these calls are going to be outweighed, but there's definitely more calls than puts, in my personal opinion. I mean, if we look out here, 16,000 at 40, man, there are people making $40 calls already. That's so nuts. I wouldn't personally do that. That seems a little risky to me, but that's huge. That's absolutely huge. Man, crazy. Those are crazy, crazy numbers, guys. Huge numbers. Glad you pointed that out. Thank you, David. Appreciate all the work, brother. Not a dead freaking cat. Holding AMC to the moon. Have you seen the ticker MVMDF yet? Long-term play. I have not. Mountain Valley Holdings. This is an OTC market stock, so you cannot purchase this on Webull's platform. But in terms of how the stock setup looks, right, the chart, it's a pretty good 50% retracement, but I don't think it's quite bounced yet. I think it's pretty likely you see it test out that 61.8%. So if you're looking for an entry point, I would watch for a retracement down to 97.2 cents. That seems likely. We're still in this downward moving channel, right? It's got a descending level of resistance, so you're setting lower lows, lower highs still. But we do have a little bit of a squeeze down in price action. So you can see here, we're starting to slow down that rate of decay. That sell-off is starting to slow down a little bit, so that's good. That's good. We're looking at AMC here on the 1 day, 1 minute chart. It is at $8.82. We are seeing a little bit of consolidation start to begin here. So that is solid. I'm enjoying this. We are actually on a little bit of an upward moving channel. The 15 MA is exactly parallel with the 200 EMA right now, currently at $8.82. If we look at this on the level twos, we've got a pretty large sell wall between 884 and 888. This is still obviously a very highly shorted stock. I'm interested to see what Fintel is looking like here in terms of the setup. So let me just check this out here really quick. What would this be? I'm blanking for some reason. Oh, AMC short interest. Duh. I don't know why I couldn't I couldn't come to my mind. I have a little bit of a brain fart morning here. So if we look at the total short shares available, 400,000. That's so low. That's beautiful, guys. As of 41 minutes ago, we've got 400,000 total short shares available. Not a lot of short shares availability, guys. And in my previous video covering this, I think it was 2 million. I think there was 2 million total short shares available. The total of 400,000 short shares available right now. Man, that annoys me. That annoys me. I've got nothing against the guy. I've never met Teddy. I've never met him. But if people have a problem with what I'm doing, reach out to me first. Cloud chasing is kind of annoying. Because I try not to do that to other people. And I could if I wanted. I could do that if I wanted. I could slap back, but there's no reason. Because why do that? You're just looking for clicks. You're just looking for clicks. If I was wrong, reach out to me and show me why I'm wrong. I'll make a video and try and get clicks off my name. That's frustrating. Because I've done nothing but try and be good to people. I'm always going to put my best foot forward. I've made mistakes, and I'll own up to them if I think I did, but all I'm doing is spreading the wealth, man, All right. $6 call, not exercise will only hurt us, correct? Most people need to understand that if not purchased, we'll only push more shares to possibly cover. Yeah, so the $6 call, in my personal opinion, I would say if you're going to do that, if you're going to buy an in-the-money play, it is going to be, for the purpose of exercising. So my personal intention with these options, guys, and like I said before, if you don't want to, if you're not familiar with options, I would really urge you to study up before you decide to get into these, right? Stick with shares for now. These are much, much riskier. There's a lot more risk involved with call options. The $6 strike, my sole intention with purchasing that here today, which I am planning on doing, is so that I can dollar cost average down, increase my overall position, right? And all that is, it's going to cost me that $6 per 100 shares per contract, right? So, it's a way for me to lower my overall average cost and take some available shares off the table, right? Because it does two things. It makes market makers delta hedge. They have to match the collateral in terms of, all these options calls that are coming in. And B, it gives me more shares so I can lower my overall cost average. It decreases the available float, even though I'm just one guy, right? So in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't do much, but this is how gamma squeezes happen, right? This is how gamma squeezes happen. So that's my personal opinion. I'm glad you pointed that out, Brandon. That is important to consider. Jonathan, thank you, my friend. Total short shares on Fintel earlier today was 1.2 million. I know I just pointed that out. That's huge. That's huge stuff. That's huge. Gonna scroll back up. I want to recognize as many of these super chats as I can. Thank you to everybody tuning in. If we can get this video to 3,500 likes in a couple of minutes here, I'll go get another cup of water to slam it right in front of you guys. Right in front of you guys. That's huge. I've never seen so many people get excited to drink, watch me drink water, but if it's what you guys want to see, I'll do it. I'll do it for sure. NFTs and NBA Top Shot. So NFTs are something I am actually just starting to get into. I've got a friend of mine. He's my business partner. He helps me handle some of the business, backside of things that I don't really have the time for at this current moment in my life. But we're actually starting to dabble a little bit, dip our toes in the water with NFTs. So that's my 2 cents there. I don't want to talk about it too much yet because I want to do more research before I talk about it on the channel. But I am looking at NFTs. NBA Top Shot. I knew that Brian Jung is doing NBA Top Shot. Shout out Brian Jung if you're out there, brother. If you're watching this, I don't know if you are, but he knows a lot about it. So I check out his channel. He's actually got a video talking about it. Greek Easy says, I made a diamond hand gorilla art and tagged you on Twitter. Oh, dude. You already know what it is. You guys know my soft spots. You guys know my soft spots. You know I'm a sucker for for Twitter art. I gotta check this out. Hold on. 207 cosplay. I gotta show you something else too. You guys are gonna think this is sweet. 207 cosplay. Nolan. If you like this pic, get it as a shirt or sweatshirt here in my store. Is this what you're talking about, man? Because that's sick. Oh, that's so cool. That's sick. Gorilla art. AMC 801, baby. 801. Dude, that's so cool. I love it. I love it. That's gold, Brett. That's too good. That is so good. His name is Teddy Experience. Love your vids. Just would like to check it out. I'm still new, but want to make sure we all stick together. Hey, thanks, Christopher. I'm chilling. I'm not even going to give that any more time in my day. Ape Army is strong, not a dead cat. Oh, baby, you already know what it is. We're sitting at $8.74 so far here in the pre-market. We're already getting pretty close to that 3,500 likes. You guys want to see me drink water real bad, huh? That's huge. In the chat bar, we see Wing Chris says, hi, Trey. Utilization rate is greater than 90%, but last week's short volume above 400 million. How is it possible? So that's a great question and something I want to give clarification on. So even though there is only 400,000 short shares available, that does not take two things into consideration, right? So I'm just going to update this and make sure the number isn't different. So this is still the current number from what it looks like, 400,000. So that means that if you see, X amount of total short volume, that you're seeing that those short positions be bought and sold, bought and sold, bought and sold back and forth, right? They're being laddered essentially. So what you have here is off of low availability, you're seeing shorts that are selling positions, they're covering in incremental amounts, and then doing that over and over and over, which is what I call a short ladder attack. You've got a second thing here, which could be naked shorting or naked options, right? So you could have options that actually don't exist in comparison to the shares that are available, right? You have this happen a lot with market makers. They will sell options that don't have the collateral in anticipation for being able to match that later. And this can also be a backdoor way that you can see shorting take place, right? So keep that in the back of your mind. Just because there's 95% utilization right now does not mean that they can't do something with the current available amount of short available shares, right? So there's 400,000 available right now according to Fintel, right? And it is likely you're going to see those bounce back and forth between hands as much as they possibly can, unless the stock price just goes infinitely up, right? If the stock price is going infinitely up, that's huge. That's huge. So keep that in the back of your mind. Told you last week you were the DFV of AMC. Man, you guys shouldn't be saying that. You shouldn't be saying that. That's, I just like this stock. I am not a cat. I am not a hedge fund. Oh, that's so good. All right, I better go get water. I better go get the water. You guys already know what it is. I'll hold up to my end of the deal. All right, we got that water, gang. We got that water. We got that water. She's empty. We did it. We did it. We did it. All right. Can you explain how options trading works? So, Brandon, I've got a video that I kind of briefly run over. I'm actually planning on making a more in-depth options video here today at some point, or today or tomorrow. I'll let you guys know. But I've got a video that talks about why options are so critical in regards to AMC's situation and a potential gamma squeeze. So, if you'd like to check that out, it's the video that I put up yesterday on AMC. I can show you here really quick, just to show you. So, give me 1 second. We've got Let me pull this up. Check this out. All right. So this video from yesterday, I'm planning on buying AMC call options Monday, and here's why. This runs through pretty well why I think that call options are pretty critical. But what I would say is make sure you don't purchase any call options until you feel very comfortable in you're well versed in options. So, but check that out. That's where I would start. We need a leader hydrated, brother. No, don't call me that. I'm just another ape. I'm another weed, brother. That's what it's all about. I saw somebody said I drink too much water, but I disagree. That was my first cup today. That was my first cup. I slept in until 5:30. I didn't even get up at 3. So we're cooking. I will be live streaming until about 8:50 a.m. here today. It is 7:50 right now, so I'll be on for another hour. But I do have a doctor's appointment. I'm going into the not the optometrist, the ophthalmologist and the cardiologist. So I'm getting my heart condition checked out, and I'm going to get my eyes checked out. The last time that I went in, there were some people that thought that I might have, I think it's called sarcoidosis or something like that. It could be some sort of tie that is causing both of these to pop up at the same time. So just letting you guys know that's how long I'm going to be on here today for. If you guys have any questions in regards to, the AMC situation, any sort of numbers, we will all talk about it here together. We'll talk about it together. Please download the browser, Opera GX for your eyes, man. It has fantastic dark mode that turns every single website black. I'm light sensitive too. I remember you saying this last time, man. Somebody did, at the very least. I do have that saved on my computer, but these are blue light glasses, so that helps a lot. So just keep that in the back of your mind, my friend. Thank you. The next 2 weeks will be like watching Rocky IV. They keep hitting us, cheating us, and lying, but we cut them last week. March 15th it starts. This is not financial advice, just numbers. You know what it is, baby. You know what it is. That's what I'm talking about. There is a lot of there's a lot of options coming in on 19 March 2021. That's huge. That buy of 650,000 AMC happened at the same time as a 650K sale on GameStop. No way. Really? Maybe it's a coincidence, but that's pretty crazy. That's pretty crazy. Holy crap. So I actually talked about this in pretty good length in my Discord with some people that are rocking AMC right now. In fact, if you'd like to check out the Discord, I've got a link in the description box down below. In order to join, it's $5 a month on the Patreon. Once you click on there, you should be able to go over to that Patreon page and pay the $5 if you want. I keep it cheap so that everybody can afford it if you are looking to check it out. If not, that's cool too. But we talk about AMC regularly there. They've also got a Discord to the AMC only chat if you'd like to check that out. So take that for what it is. But anyways, we were talking about that, and we don't think that's a coincidence. So I've seen some speculation in terms of what was that $8 million buy, right? Who was doing that? Was that like the market makers hedging to prepare for the call options, right? I don't think so. I don't think you would have seen a $8 million buy come in at the last minute, right, of the market day, 1 or 2 seconds before close, if it wasn't for a reason, right? And something that I found very interesting, which I'm going to, where would I find this? Would it be under Market Watch? I don't remember exactly, but I did have a list, and this is in my previous video, talking about the top 10 institutional ownership stakes in the company. And that huge buy, if that came from one person, that would make them the 10th highest owner of AMC, which leads me to believe that it's possible that's an institutional ownership that bought into the company at that last minute, right? We talked about this forever. I think that you're going to have institutions continue to go long on AMC because it's a cutthroat game. And think about it like this, right? Think about the fact that there's opportunity to make money here, which is what hedge funds and institutions care about, right? They want to make money. You're going to have hedge funds that are going to keep going short on this, right, for as long as they can. But you're also going to have institutions that go long on this to make money and ride the wave, right? Go with the momentum, which is what I think is very, very interesting. Another thing that I find interesting, and I don't know if you've checked out his channel, I watched Uncle Bruce. Uncle Bruce, man, I wish he was my grandpa. That guy is awesome. I've got nothing but love for Uncle Bruce. I love that he keeps covering this GameStop and AMC situation. But he had a video talking about what is exactly happening with GameStop, and you can apply the same premise to AMC as well. He says, GME Uncle Bruce says, I think I know what's going on. Stock markets in plain English. And he talks about Chicago. And basically what he says here is, let's say you've got an institution or a hedge fund, right, that purchased 1 million short shares in, GameStop. And it could be AMC as well. Let's say you've got 1 million shares sold short on AMC at, $7, right? And right now they're not quite in the money. They're not sitting good. They're a little out. They're down. They're negative. So what are they going to do to kind of help their situation? Well, what they can do is they can purchase call options. They can go long. So if they purchase call options enough to do, let's say, like 2 million shares, and this is all coming from Uncle Bruce. I did not come up with this myself. I'm not that intelligent. I'm just bringing it to the forefront because I think it's interesting, is they could go long on enough call options to be worth 2 million shares, and they can cover their short positions, right? Or basically hedge it and then, cover that, and then have another million shares to sell to market makers or whoever would like to purchase those, make a profit, and then short it back on the way down, right? I don't think that every single institution is doing this, but I do think it contributes to the cause, right? You have institutions and, various hedge funds that are fighting against other hedge funds. I think there are hedge funds out there that are going to continue to go short on this and that are going to get burned, but I think there are other institutions and hedge funds, as Uncle Bruce was talking about, that are going to be doing this kind of back and forth setup to squeeze this stock, right? To make money in any possible way that they can. And I think this is applicable to both AMC and GameStop. So I find that very interesting. And I think that that talks a lot about the 650,000 share stake that was taken in AMC, right? That $8 million or whatever it came out to. I think that was an institutional buyer, 100%. I don't know any retail investor that at the last minute, I mean, maybe it's possible, maybe DFV all of a sudden decided you want to go long on AMC, but I think that was an institutional buyer. You just don't see that many retail investors that are going to drop $8 million in back-to-back buys like that. That's huge. That's huge. So take that for what it is. Take that for what it is. Hey, Trey, do you believe it's bad for the government printing so much money for the U.S.? Can it affect the market? Oh, great question, Mike. I actually had another long discussion about this in my Discord as well. Man, we are some hypothetical chickens, some silly chickens, I'll tell you that. But I personally, this is why I think cryptocurrency has such great value and future potential for growth. We're going to come back here to AMC after this, but I think this is a great question. It actually talks a lot about why we're seeing a little bit of a sell-off. Of course, we have bonds, which is, contributing to, the market correction we're seeing. We also have these meme stocks. I think the meme stocks have less to do with it than the bonds, but I think that, inflation is huge. So you've got the government printing more money. And what does this do? It increases the supply, which decreases the demand. It makes each individual dollar worth less and less and less. Now, I think there's two different ways that you can see this playing out, right? So you can see one, all this money that's being printed circulates back into, products. You've got, people that are buying more products, people buying more products, right? Because of this, you will see that companies will increase their cost on products, which increases inflation. Or B, right? We print all this money and it goes back into the market, which would actually basically shut off money. That's money that's not circulating around for consumer costs, right? It's not purchasing products, which is very interesting, right? So there's two different ways that can play out, and I'm interested to see how it works out. But, as of now, I think there's a lot of young millennial investors, people my age, between 18 and 30, that are starting to get into the market that have never really invested before, which is why I think that this channel is awesome, because we all work together to talk about different stocks and try and make this as fun and approachable as we can, because investing is not all about wearing a suit. It's not. You can be an average guy, you can be an average Joe, an average weeb, an average ape, and invest in the market. So that, I think, is the best case scenario. I think, by having people, all this money that's being, printed could really, push people to invest more money in the market. And that's the best case scenario to increasing the average, dollar. So I'm going to look over here at Microvision. I see some people talking about it. Up 7.6% in the pre-market, baby. Sitting pretty dang good. I am up $106 on my Webull account. My average cost in my other brokerage is about $14. I did average up a hefty amount, but I have made a lot of money on my other brokerage account in MVIS. So very, very, very happy about that. Ooh, that was a long-winded answer, but I did think that was worth talking about. So, Nicholas says, if I plan to exercise my call option, do I subtract my average cost from the strike price, or do I lose my average cost that I already paid for the option? Great question, Nicholas. So, we're just going to pull up exercising options. And we're going to read this through so that it's just super concrete. And we don't have to worry about any sort of misinformation for anybody. So, managing options, blah, blah, blah. We're going to start off with holding your options. During the life of an options contract you purchase, you can simply hold them, take no action. Suppose you own call options, which grant the right but not the obligation to buy a specified amount of an underlying stock at a specified strike price up and until a specified expiration date, and you believe the underlying stock price will rise within the time remaining until expiration. In this scenario, you would hold. Exercising your options. Check this out. To get the dividend, In this scenario, the time value, the value of an options contract that is attributed to the time until expiration, where the time value on every options contract is $0 at expiration, may be less than the dividend payable to the owner as of the ex-dividend date of the underlying security. At or before expiration to own the stock, if you are bullish and you own calls in the underlying stock, you may want to exercise the options contract to own the stock immediately. So check this out. This is huge. If you're bullish and you own calls on the underlying stock, you may want to exercise the options contract to own the stock immediately. You can do that if you would like. To help offset a short or long position, you can also do this, right? You might use options to offset losses from an existing position. For example, you own XYZ. This is what I was just talking about with the hedges. I think this is what they're doing, and Uncle Bruce talked about that as well. You can use call options or put options on XYZ stock that has decreased in value. You might exercise the put options, which would result in delivery of the underlying shares, right? So that is what happens when you exercise these options. You get the shares as long as you have the collateral. To capture those gains to help offset the unrealized loss for the stock you already own. So you can exercise at any given point, right? You can wait for them to run all the way to the bell before you exercise them. It's totally up to you. You 100% decide what you'd like to do here. But that is the walkthrough on how that works. But I would really say don't do options unless you have a very firm understanding on how they work, right? Because they're so much riskier than actual playing physical shares, and they can be confusing, right? I'll be honest with you. There's even times when I'm playing with options, I'm like, I got to do a little research before I say something, right? Because for a long time, I focused primarily on just playing with shares. So take that for what it is. Take that for what it is. We got a George W. Look at this. Look at this forming. We got a double bottom starting to form here, guys. $8.72 is where we are sitting right now. We saw a little bit of a sell-off here at what would have been 8:44 EST, so that'd be 7:44 here at CST. It is 8 a.m. right now. We're seeing that some nice green volume is pumping in here right now. I'm curious to see how much volume has came into this starting at 8 a.m. And we've got 14,000, 19,000. It's starting to run a little bit. Starting to get a little bit of a nice wide range candle bar move into the stock here. On the level twos, we've got a large sell wall sitting about $8.80 right now on AMC. That is how we're looking right now, baby. And a pretty even spread across the bid. Not a lot of volume coming in on the bid right now. Take that for what it is. Take that for what it is. I am planning on purchasing some call options. If you guys are new to the live stream, it is great to have you here. Welcome to the channel, my friends and family. Gorilla Gang. Show some love to the newcomers to the Gorilla Gang. Drop some gorillas in the chat, baby. You already know what it is, but I'm glad to have everybody here. I'm planning on purchasing call options here today. Some in-the-money options specifically for the $6 strike. They're going to cost me $2.23 per share, which would cost me $223 per contract. I got some free stock through Webull, through the Webull affiliate program. I was not sponsored by KEN. I have to disclose that, right? This is just the free stock that I received through Webull and the Webull affiliate program. Thanks to you guys. Thank you very much. And I plan on selling this stock. I've got $3,382 of market value in this stock, and I'm going to be putting a lot of this into AMC. I'm going to be focusing on some call options. So I'm very excited for how that plays out. I think it's going to be a pretty decent amount of upside, and that is what I wanted to chat about in regards to that, baby. All right. Are you concerned with the number of people that are buying AMC that are still using Robinhood since it creates an infinite supply of stock to short? Man, I've been saying it forever. It's up to you. If you guys want to hold, Robinhood, if you want to continue using that app, feel free to do so. I'm not going to bash you for it. If you like the platform, that's awesome. But I think there's so many red flags that have come out from that. It seems shady. I don't really dig what Vlad Tenev has been doing, and I'm not going to trash talk the guy whatsoever, right? But the way that he handled that business, right, that transaction, the issues that he had with collateral, that was not the move. That was not the move at all. I don't think that was the way to do things, and you can see that it gave him a lot of backlash. And if that happened to me, I would have gotten out of Robinhood immediately. I just have no interest in that. I have no interest in that because we live in a free market, If you were going to limit selling, you can't, or I shouldn't say selling, limit buying, you're messing up the supply and demand ratio of the market, right? When all you can do is sell, what you're doing is essentially just, driving the price action down because all that people can do is sell based out of fear. They never know when they're going to be able to buy again. They don't know when they're going to be able to contribute to the price action again, right? So that's my 2 cents. If you believe in a free market, you believe in, the possibility of, contributing to the cause, who is to say that Robinhood isn't going to do that again, right? What happens if there comes another scenario where they don't have enough collateral to be able to match all the buys coming in? You might get screwed again. And honestly, beyond that, I think it goes a lot deeper than just that situation. To me, it's a moral and ethic problem, right? Because what Vlad did, essentially is screw a lot of people out of their money, and he didn't seem to care. I watched quite a few of the hearings. I watched him talk with the guy from Barstool. I watched him on the hearing, that like 8-hour hearing, and I just didn't get good vibes. I didn't get good vibes. So that's up to you. That's up to you. I personally would stay away. And honestly, I've seen an email circulating around in regards to, them possibly selling your options contracts before they expire if you don't have collateral, right? Which, to mitigate risk, whatever it might be. I don't like that. I would stay away. I think there's a lot of great brokerage accounts out there. And I know that some people don't like Webull because it is based out of China. I want to preface by saying that this is a Chinese-based company. But, take that for what it is. I'm going to stick with Webull. I like them. If you don't want to use Webull, I think that Moomoo is another great platform. I think 212 is a good platform for the most part. Ameritrade is pretty decent. Thinkorswim is pretty decent. Take that for what it is. I see people asking about SOS in the chat. I see that it's up 20% in the pre-market. And this is a stock that I did put a video out in the past. I did put a video talking about SOS here in the past. And I don't know if I want to cover this again. So I don't know if you guys were able to catch this. I did have a video that I put out about Zkin in the past, right? And I got nailed to the coffin by a lot of people saying, Trey, did you pump this stock? Did you take $40,000 to talk about this stock? Which, obviously, I answered no. I put out a video talking about it yesterday. If you want to check it out, feel free to do so. But both Zkin and SOS have had some shady stuff going on. Don't forget to breathe. I know. But anyways, SOS to me, I did some deep diving, and this is a very attractive, sexy play in the short term because it's got a lot of crazy volatile movements. But just based on some of the stuff that I've seen on the stock, I'm not going to waste a lot of time on this. It's a little sketchy. I don't know how I feel about their balance sheet. So take that for what it is. You guys make your own decisions. If you want to swing trade this, swing trade it. But be very careful. I think that there's better companies to invest in. And honestly, I apologize that I even made a video about this on the channel because I think there's better companies out there. I would focus on other blockchain companies than SOS, especially Zkin. I would stay away from Zkin. I think SOS is up because it's had news this morning. Let me check. Yeah, so they had news this morning. If you want to swing trade this, I would do that. I would not hold this as a long-term investment. If you want to play the upticks on this, please, by all means, right? There's always opportunities to make money on every stock. And when you're swing trading, the fundamentals of the company really doesn't matter. That's if you're going to hold it for a long-term investment, right? So long-term investments, that's different, right? If you want to swing trade it, feel free to do so, right? It is up in the pre-market here. It's up 24%. But be careful on how you want to play this out, right? Be cautious. It's currently trading at $5.93. If we look at the current setup, right, it had a crazy nice ascending level of support, broke that, did a little consolidation, sold off. We see that it's starting to move here. We've got a level of resistance if you want to ride momentum here, right? Watch for a break over $6. Gets the break over $6, you could buy into that $6, ride it for the next break, right? And you'd be sitting pretty decent, but it is already up quite a bit. It does feel like a little bit of a chase. That's not my favorite kind of play to get into. So take that for what it is, my friends. I would say there's better plays out there. Tori Berry says, Trey, my daughter Libby loves you and a weeb too. She wants to know, do you like The Day from My Hero Academia? Oh, you already know what it is. I love Hero. Yes, I 100% do. 100% do. Also, don't respond to bait clicks. You're the real deal, family, military, integrity, and I'm an adult. It's my decision to follow you. Do your best. I appreciate that, man. I'm going to take it for what it is. I'm going to keep doing me. OG, Teddy was nothing. He expanded your apes down definitions. That's what he said was flawed in its simplicity. All good, brother. He expanded your apes down definitions. Yeah, man. I'm just not even going to watch the video. That's not worth my time. I watched a couple of Teddy's videos. I always try to support people, but the instant that you use my name without even, conversing with me to get clicks, I lose a little bit of respect, And I don't know him any beyond what I've seen from him. He seems like an intelligent guy. I think Teddy's a really smart guy, but I honestly think he used my name to get clicks. And based off that alone, I've got no interest. I'm just not going to talk. Every time I've taken your advice, I've made money. Every time I thought I was smart, I went against it, I lost money. End of story. No, dude, I'm not always right. I got to be real with you. There's times that I'm wrong. I was wrong about SOS. I think that's not a long-term investment. I think it's got opportunities for swing trading, but I played it off as a long-term investment. And I'll be honest with you guys. I always will. You know where I got this video from? Mcash. He talked about SOS on his channel, and I saw some of the research he did, and I said, I'm going to do a little more deep digging. I thought it was interesting, so I made a video on it. And I think that was a mistake. I'm just going to keep doing what I like doing. I find that every time that I try to find other plays that YouTubers talk about and, find a way to talk about things they haven't, I just shouldn't do that. I should just focus on the plays that I like sticking to, right? I've got a way that I like to talk about things. I've got things that I look for, check boxes that I like to check, different numbers I like to check. And whenever I stick to that formula, I usually do pretty well. So sometimes I'm wrong, sometimes I'm right. I think if I just stick to what I usually do, that's the way that it works out. So, Trey, you should do a light scalp every morning stream. Yeah, I definitely have been thinking about it. I've got a little bit of, I do have a pretty decent cash balance right now. How about that? I didn't even realize I had that much in my account. All right. Yeah, why not? Let's check out SOS again. I think if I was to do anything with this, it would just be to ride momentum for a light scalp. What other plays do we have out there right now? Let's look at the actives. Siri. Nah, that's not a good play. So when you're day trading and you want to scalp, guys, you don't want to look for plays that don't have a lot of volume. This is really, really choppy. So this is why that turns me off. You don't want to see this kind of price action because that is not appealing to scalping at all. You want to see really, really clean action with a lot of good volume. Sundial would be a good example of that. So I think Sundial, nah, just kidding. Not in the pre-market. So that's barcoding. Barcoding is ugly. SOS, honestly, is probably the best stock that I've seen so far this morning because it's got nice, clean movement, right? We actually got that break over $6 here already. Oh, I could have probably played that, but I missed it. Yeah, but that's what you're looking for. You're looking for some nice, clean moves. You want a lot of volume to pump. Let's look at Zoom and Fubo. I think Fubo has got a lot of opportunity for an earnings play. They're going to be releasing earnings tomorrow. So if you like earnings stocks, right, you want to play a 2-day swing, there's opportunities here with Fubo. I think that would treat you pretty well. I think there's going to be a lot of hype, and I think they're expected to release that Tuesday after market hours. So check that out. I see people mentioning RKT, rocket companies. Oh, yeah, they had a pretty nice little gap up. So I played this for a small gain. I ended up selling for like a 4% gain. I saw it top out and I sold out. I got out of that. All right. Can you go over bid and ask on level 2? 100%. That's too easy. So we're going to use AMC as a great example here because we're going to watch this in live time, right? So if we look at AMC right now on the level 2s, what can you see? Right, you see that there's a lot of sellers in comparison to buyers. We've got a large sell wall sitting at 870. The ask are the sellers. That's people asking for their orders to get filled, right? So 870 is where we see the most sellers. You can treat that as a level of resistance, right? Since we know there's a lot of sellers ready to get orders filled there, you can assume that that's going to be a pretty heavy wall of resistance. On the flip side, you can see that on the bid, which are the buyers, the green, it's very easy to remember. Green is buyers, red is sellers. You can see there's a very large buy wall. We've got 4,800 shares waiting to get filled right there, almost 5,000. So that should act as a good level of support. By looking at this, you can predict future price action and where orders are waiting to get filled. We're going to have levels of support and resistance, right? So that's pretty significant. That's a good thing to pay attention to. I just wanted to, that's the simplest way to think about it. It's a future prediction on where, based on limit orders that are already set, where you might see potential levels of support or resistance and where you can get orders filled if you're looking to day trade or scalp. This is something that's critical to day trading. If you want to day trade, you need this on the side, especially if you're going to take large size on your orders, right? Because you're going to want to watch for where you can buy the orders and where you can sell the orders. So take that for what it is. That's something to pay attention to. These waste men, they hating? No, I'm chilling, dude. I'm hating. I'm not hating. I'm chilling. I meant it's all good. Gary, nah, it's all good. It's all good. I like the birth control on your face. Get well soon. Oh, that makes me sad. That makes me sad. I already know it. I know it. I don't like these glasses either, guys. I don't like it either. JJ says, Trey, don't shun people for using your name. Make yourself available to them if you can and do a 2 to 3 minute video explaining why you need them to reach out to you and get your permission first. Yeah, that's definitely something I could do. I'm not trying to shun people at all. I'm just saying that, I don't especially respect that, I don't think it's necessarily, I've got a very positive outlook on things. He can do what he wants to do. I let people form their own opinions of me, but they should have the common sense to reach out to me, That's honestly the last that I want to talk about it. Not out of disrespect, but just because I don't think it's worth the energy, I'd rather keep the positive vibes here, guys. So that's where I'm at right now. Yeah, I could have rode that at $6. I could have done it. I'm going to watch for a break over 615. I don't know, but it's too close to the opening bell. It could be super volatile. I think I'm going to wait till the opening bell to see if I want to scalp this. Focus what you do. Don't get steered away. Hey, appreciate that. Thank you, Rosa. Thank you so much. Cordero, sorry, it's the 618. That made more sense. That makes more sense. All right, so we're going to come back here to AMC. Look at the options. 618, 23, and 24. Oh, yeah. So that's the sell. You got to look at the ask, right? So the ask is when you're buying call options. Yeah, so that's what you got to pay attention to. You're purchasing these at that strike value. I've actually, that $0 strike to me, right? Or that $0 premium tells me that you actually just can't trade that. That's my explanation. That'd be my 2 cents there. Teddy's a short seller? No, it is what it is. I've got nothing bad to say. I said what I want to say about that. I'm going to leave it at that. Bingo, can you check out IPDN? Any thoughts on this stock? I'll check it out briefly, and then we're going to come back here to AMC. We're getting pretty close to the opening bell, guys. Pretty close to the opening bell. So what I'm seeing here on the 1 month chart, this is a NASDAQ stock, so you can purchase this. It's in a little bit of a downward trend. It's got a descending level of resistance, pretty harsh selling pressure. In fact, I'm just going to adjust this to the most recent price action. You want to see a break over this descending level of resistance. That to me is going to signify that we are out of this downward moving channel, this bearish run. That's what you're looking for. That is 100% what you're looking for, my friend. All right. We're going to check out the AMC numbers here really quick in terms of what we are looking at on the short interest. I want to see if we have any difference in short shares available. Still the same numbers. So as of 1 hour ago, we've got 400,000 total short shares available. I think that there's iBorrow desk is pretty solid. So iBorrow desk. We're going to check this out and see what kind of numbers we've got. So this is a free website. This is very similar to Fintel. It tells you the total amount of short shares available. So as of 9 o'clock, we've got 400,000 total short shares available, and it shows you all the previous short shares available. So you can see that it has gone down significantly. We had 1.2 million total as of the last trading day on the 26th. So not a lot of short share availability. The current borrow fee is 4.3% annually. That has gone down a little bit, but I do anticipate it is going to continue to go up. It's a momentum driver. You're going to see that continue to go up and down, up and down, up and down. But that's a pretty solid number right there. It tells you there's not a lot of total short shares available, which tells us the short interest is very freaking high. That is solid, my friends. Back to the 1 minute chart. We are 15 minutes away from market open. We've got a triple bottom, 2 George W's. This is nasty, guys. Holy Toledo. I'm not minding that at all. Jeez. Trey, you're a solid dude. Appreciate that, Destiny. Thank you. All right, so I am going to try and read off as many of these super chats as I can. I recognize that I'm not going to be able to read all the comments. I appreciate everybody a lot, but I try my best to get to as many people as I can. I'm just going to scroll through these. Thank you to Chad. I appreciate that immensely. Easton, does the premium you pay to purchase a call option come off the top when you exercise your call, or is that additional? So, to be completely honest with you, I have not exercised a call option in my entire life. That's not something that I've done yet. So, to err on the side of caution, I don't want to say yes because I don't have the answer for that for sure, right? If anybody in the comment section has an answer to that, please let me know. But I will always be a man and admit when I don't know the answer to something. I don't know the answer to that, right? So if anybody knows, let me know, and we will verify that. So we'll get back to you, my friend. Zach says, let's start an Army Invest group. Starting here, 13 Foxtrot still sucks. Thoughts on Vail? Check my shirt so I can buy the dip tray. Thoughts on Vail, dude? Appreciate your service. Appreciate your service, my friend. That means a lot. Vail. So we'll look at this on a 1 month chart. Swing trade. This is a swing trade for me. I'll look at it on the 3 month and see if it's any different. Yeah. You're either going to set this and forget it, or you're going to swing trade it. There's a lot of bouncing around, right? We got a lot of bouncing around. I think this is a good opportunity to buy in at 16, sell out at 19, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. That's how I would play it personally. Essential Hard Worker says, Trey, you went from living in your car with debt and health issues to very successful in serving our country, still with health issues. Oh, man, just kidding. Ignore any hate and don't ever pay attention. I'm just chilling, man. I appreciate that a lot. For anybody who doesn't know, man, I had some pretty bad health issues. I was about $30,000 in medical debt at one point in my life, and I was very fortunate to have some good friends and family that pushed me to work hard and change my life. So I'm very fortunate. It's been a journey. Thank you for that. Still bullish on Sens, 100%. That's a long-term stock for me. I'm not going to be selling that for years to come. Kraken and Dr. Pepper, Dr. Octopus. Oh, dude. Oh, I drink that all the time. I've already had it. Andrew Mo Money from the weekend. Hey, it's Pixel was on live from WSB. His DD is amazing. Explains March 19th witching hour and what's to come. Andrew Mo Money. That piques my interest. My friend. Andrew Mo Money. Let's check this out. Andrew Mo Money. Dude, this guy is a G. I saw him on Brian Jung's live stream. This guy is a smart man. He knows his stuff. He is a very good guy to watch. Honestly, I don't know why I'm not subscribed. We'll take care of that right now. But he's a very fast-growing channel, and for good reason. He's very intelligent. He's going to do well. If you want to pay attention to somebody who knows their stuff regarding GameStop and AMC, check them out. I'll show love to the people. This dude deserves love, without a doubt. Andrew Mo Money is a man, so I'm definitely gonna check that out. I'm gonna watch that live stream with the guy later. Thank you for that, my friend. Deep throat that water. Oh man, I already did. I'll tell you what. We get this video to 5,000 likes. We've got 12,000 people here. We get it to 5,000 likes. I'll go fill up my my water again. We'll slam her down. We will slam her down because you guys are always yelling at me to drink water because I drink too much coffee and Diet Coke. But it is what it is. It is what it is. You got to read. Hey, it's Pixels DD on WSB. So let me check this out. Let's see if I can find it. Hey, it's Pixel WSB Reddit. All right. I don't think this is it? No. Does anybody have a link? If anybody's got a link to it, I'll check it out. Endgame DD. This is probably it. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. We're cooking. We're cooking with Crisco. How last week's actions all come together to one specific date. All the data analyzed. So let's just read this through. This is going to be interesting. Buckle in. It's pretty long. Even though all this is based on data we have found, and that we have cross-referenced this with multiple members, please know that everything stated in here are nothing more than personal opinions. Yada, 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 yada. We like the stock. All right. I don't even know how to start this. First of all, I want to add a really important disclaimer. The following DD presented is solely based on research numbers and data available to the public. Right. We're just going to scroll down. We have to start somewhere, so let's start at some recent events. The first one, the crazy price run up in the preparation of an options chain on February 24th. What exactly happened? The rabbit hole part 1. To know what happened, it is really important to know that GameStop was on the short sale restriction list that day. But how did GME get on the SSR in the first place? This is where it's beginning to sound like a conspiracy theory or a master plan made up by other hedge funds in order to bait out Citadel and Melvin. Let's take a look at the data. On February 23rd, GME opened at 44.97. Within the first few seconds, GME reached its day high of 46.23. GME also reached its day low at 9:50 a.m. So within 20 minutes after the market opened, GME reached its high and low for the whole day. You can see that here. Scrolling down. Nothing special, right? Wrong. The price drop to exactly $40 was created artificially by someone shorting 100,000 shares right at opening. In addition to that, they set off a calculated sell and then closed their short position instantly after hitting the $40 mark, buying back the shares to cover their position, in addition to buying back in probably by the same institution that shorted sold off a couple of shares to drive the price down but to $40, brought the price back to exactly $44.97 for a second. Notice anything? That is exactly the opening price. So after that 35-minute span of shenanigans, we were right back to the opening price, and it was like nothing happened to the stock. But something did happen, something really important. It set off the SSR for the next day, the short sale rule. The short sale rule, for anybody curious, what that is essentially doing is it makes it more difficult for shorts to short a stock, right? You can only short on the uptick, so it's more difficult to drive the price down. And what he's getting at here is that was most likely done intentionally, so the SSR was set into place. Conclusion, someone brought the price down by 10% with a couple of minutes, but the same person got it instantly back up after that, making it seem that their sole goal was to get GME on the SSR for the next day. Right? Rabbit hole part 2. This is a long, long thread, guys. Holy Toledo. This would take a long time to read through. I don't know if you guys want to read through this whole thing, but I honestly think what I'm going to do is read through this all, let me know. Let me know if you guys want us to read through this whole thing, but it's going to take a minute. We'd probably have a little more fun watching the AMC price action, but what we can do is save this. I'm actually going to favorite it so that I can check this out here later. And I could make a video talking about it. So let me know what you guys want. If you want me to talk about this on this live stream, I will. If you prefer that I make a video and chat about it, we can do that as well. But I think this is definitely important. I actually had, I've talked about this in the Discord with a couple of people, and I think that's significant information. And you can apply that as well to AMC, which, by the way, is sitting at $8.77. We're looking for a break over a level of resistance right around here. We're looking for a break over what would be 84. We got the most disgusting George W. I think I've seen on this on a 1-minute chart. Guys, that is a picture-perfect George W. Look at this setup. It's sitting at $8.80. We got a large sell wall sitting at $8.80 right now, so we need to see a break over $8.80, and that should be sitting pretty decent. Keep reading it. Click it. Read. We have some time. Yeah, we're going to do it then. We're going to keep reading. All right. So, coming back down, we're going to look at rabbit hole part 2. You guys said it, so we'll keep doing. All right, so we'll read rabbit hole part 2. I see some mixed opinions. I'll make a video about it later, but we're going to read at least this part. And then we'll get back to the price action. We got about 7 minutes. Oh, we're at 5,000 too. God dang it. I need to drink water. All right. As I stated in my post on February 24th, I found out that someone with large amounts of money set up a GME stock for a gamma squeeze. How you may ask? I'm going to quote my own post here so I don't have to repeat myself. All right. There are a lot of buy orders with 3 to 4 decimals being made, driving the price up bit by bit. That kind of trading is not possible for retail, which is true. Someone prepared call chains to set up GME for a gamma squeeze, possibly starting the short squeeze. Also true. Hedges shorted GME with 200,000 shares. They didn't get the price down to under $50. So what did they do? They shorted again with 100,000 shares. They eventually dropped the price to under $50 again. They just shorted another 100,000. That makes 400,000 shares sold short today. Edit. Another fine because GME is on the SSR today. They are not allowed to short on downticks. When GME hit its second low after reaching the $50 mark, someone shorted XRT with 100,000 shares on a downtick, thus working around the SSR and trying to destroy upward momentum again. This is a way to kind of backdoor short the stock because XRT is basically an ETF fund that holds GME in its account. Guess which price would start the call chain again? Correct, $50. So Citadel and friends and institutions are battling around the $50 mark right now. Citadel and friends don't want a gamma squeeze to take place again, so they keep shorting it to keep it under $50. So that's huge. What supports me in my theory is after the price dropped under $50, there was a battle around the $50 for quite some time. After that, the price has been going sideways for hours. Both sides are probably waiting for the other side to do something in order to counter that with either more shorts or a sudden jump in buy volume. That's why no one is doing anything right now because only the closing price and that we stay around $50 till then in order to close above 50 counts. That's huge. So I'm just going to try and pick through some of the really important stuff here. So the conclusion, institution, probably another hedge fund, set up an options chain ranging from $50 into the high hundreds. Well knowing that it will work because GameStop was only allowed to be shorted on upticks because it was on the SSR that day. Why was it on the SSR? That same someone made sure it got there the day before because people were not selling GME and the volume was really low until then. They prepared to buy in shortly before the market closed because it was easier to reach their price target with less capital when the volume is as low as it was that day. Citadel and friends didn't even try to fight back that evening. They probably knew who was behind it and knew what kind of money they were fighting against. Guys, we've been talking about this on the channel forever. I've been saying this and you guys already knew it. We said this ages ago. We said that hedge funds are going to go long on this. It's going to be cutthroat game. This is a cutthroat game. All right. So we've got institutions that are shorting this and institutions going long because there's opportunities to make money on this long. And you're going to see these hedge funds continue to ride it because they see that opportunity, right? It exists for a reason. And whether it's for to help us out or just to crush these other hedge funds, I think it's the latter, right? I don't think they're trying to help us out per se, but it's going to help the cause, right? These hedge funds going long on this has a purpose. It serves a purpose. And we got the break over 880. We pushed through that sell wall. Next sell wall is going to be at 888. That's what we're looking at right now. Currently sitting at 885. We are 4 minutes away from market open, baby. I better go get more water. We got those 5,000 likes, so I got to hold up to my end of the bargain. Thank you guys so much. Give me just a few minutes and I will be back to the video. Did I say a few minutes? I'm in a few seconds. My bad. AMC is rocking right now. Look at this. It's at 885 as we are talking right now. There is, how much volume is coming into this? We've got 53,000 right there. So not a ton of volume. So far it says we got 2.91 million on the day. But I've heard that CNBC has it a lot higher than that. So that could be huge. Man, it's good to see the market, the pre-market green. We've been such a bloodbath for quite a while now. If we look at the NASDAQ, I think it's going to be really important to talk about. And something that is a little bit frustrating to me is when people say that the market is crashing. I don't think it's crashing. I think it's having a correction, right? I think eventually you're going to see a more harsh correction than this. But I think all this is a correction, right? My anticipation is that you're going to see this retrace about 50% from here. Which, if you line that up, comes out to about $12,614. And that's why I have that level of support written off right here, because I think that's how much it's going to pull back. The last time that we had a negative 3.5% day here, most stocks that I had, that I held were down about 8 to 10%. So I'd anticipate that your major holdings, your long-term investments, will probably drop another 3 or 4% at the maximum. So that's what I'd be watching for. But it's just a correction. I personally, guys, I pay a lot of attention to ARK Invest. I think that Kathy Woods is a very intelligent human being, and she does not think that a market correction is or a market crash is coming. Just a correction, right? Which is an opportunity for you to double down on your long-term investments, which is also what she has been doing. So I've just been taking the opportunity to load the boat to purchase as much as I can right on these down days, and it's all you can do. It's all that you can do, my friends. All right. We are 1.5 minutes away from the opening bell. Sitting pretty dang decent. Thank you, Sally. Thank you to Zinix. John Barrett just showed my son my portfolio and asked him which one is going to the moon this week. He pointed to AMC. Dude, kids know they know their stuff. They know their stuff. That's one smart kid. Jeremy Miller, Bo, thank you, man. Brandon, do you think the market being down has anything to do with AMC GME squeeze possibility? I think the market being down didn't really affect AMC and GameStop that much. In fact, if you saw the last bloodbath day that was taking place in the market, AMC and GameStop were one of the only stocks that were actually green. So that's significant. Look at this, guys. It looks like we're going to get that push. We're going to get that push. We're real freaking close. 1 minute away from the opening bell. As it's sitting right now, the level 2s, we got a lot of buyers waiting to step in at $8.80. Should act as a nice level of support. Pretty even spread across the ask. Pretty insane. Pretty insane. All right, I'm going to read off as many of these super chats as I can just so I can get everybody recognized that decided to drop one. I appreciate everybody immensely. Thank you. Brandon, William, I know I'm not reading all the comments. I still appreciate you. Mr. Mean, keto would be so tough, man. I should, but I don't know. Jiraiya, CEO bonus kind of wasting money. Isn't it bad news? I don't think so. I think that CEO bonus wouldn't have taken place if they weren't in a financial situation where they could afford to do that. In fact, I take that as a positive sign, right? Because since we have, them available, they've got enough money available to be able to do that. That to me says, hey, we are sitting in a pretty good financial spot, and that is only going to get better with time. And we are about to hit the opening bell. We are at, what the heck? That was ugly. Jesus. $8.84. We got what kind of wick was that? That was crazy. Holy Toledo. Maybe that was a malfunction. I couldn't tell you, but so looking at the time and sales right now, we've got a lot of red that just pumped in here. There's a lot of short sellers by the looks of it, but it's finally starting to balance out a little bit here. We're getting a little bit of volatility. Look at this. We are at so far 6.3 million total shares being traded in the first 30 seconds of the regular market hours. So this is going to be an opportunity for me personally to buy dips. I'm going to be watching for an opportunity to buy into the stock for as cheap as possible. I am also planning on purchasing some in-the-money call options, as you guys all know, and I'll be watching some potential swing trading opportunities in a couple of different stocks. So we see the rocket is down here a little bit in the regular market hours. We're going to come over here to Microvision. They're currently sitting pretty dang well. Look at this. Holy Toledo, Microvision. Look at what she's doing. My girl Mavis. This is a long-term stock for me, guys. You already know how I feel about this piece. I'm going to come here and sell out of my position in Ken. This was a stock that I got for free through Webull. I am not affiliated with these guys at all. I am not sponsored to, talk about this video, just so that you guys are all aware. And I'm going to sell this not at market value. So what I'm going to do actually is come over to the actual stock itself and just close out my position here really quick. So I'm going to sell. How many shares do I own? I currently own 123 shares. Market order. And we are going to set it for 123. And that'll free up some capital for me. Sell these. And we are good. So I've closed out of my free stock. I've got no interest in Ken. I'm just going to take that capital to move it into some other stuff that I have some interest in. But coming back over here to AMC, we're at $9.04. Look at her go. Look at her go. Oh, baby. We're at 906, 907, 908. Look at this thing. This is solid. This is some solid movement. We got 1.27 million total volume pumping into this right now. Oh God, that is a long wick on top, but we saw a nice little bounce here off of that low level. Look at the volatility pumping in on this, guys. There is some crazy green and red moving on this stock. We've got higher amounts of sellers on the limit orders right now on the level 2s. The ask is much larger than the bid, but we've got a pretty solid amount of bidders as well. The largest amount that I'm seeing here is about $8.83. So that is going to be our current acting level of support to hold up this stock. Does look like we are going to get some nice price action and movement here so far in the pre-market. Guys, this looks pretty freaking solid. I'm not minding this at all. That is a nice setup. Looking at SOS, it is currently at $5.95. We're going to come back over here to GameStop. We haven't quite looked at this yet, and it's got a pretty similar little move that's happening right now. AGTC, this is another one of my long-term stocks, is looking about 5% up on the day. Sensonics up about 3.5%. In fact, I think this is an opportunity for me to buy into this a little bit cheaper, but I will come back and see if it drops a little bit more. X-Zone, sitting pretty decent. I am actually going to buy some more of this stock. This to me is a good long-term investment. I'm going to change this over to the market order. We're going to purchase 10 more shares of this. That will lower my overall average cost. We'll roll with 20. All right, so just going to buy those. And then I'm going to come over here to AMC and just keep my eye on that. So when I buy my options contracts on AMC, I want to purchase those for as cheap as I possibly can. So I'm looking to buy those options calls when it is cheap, because that is going to lower my overall cost. Whammy is going up too, it says here, huh? I see people in the comment section. Whammy, 15% up on the day. Look at her go. Oh, that's dirty. That is so dirty. Look at a Whammy. Look at a Whammy. I'm up 4% on my investment in that. My average cost on a Whammy, as you can see, is $1.58. That is looking dirty right now, my friends. Look at that go. The volume in the first minute was 550,000. Sitting pretty freaking decent. AMC, we're going to come back to this. AMC is at 873. I'm looking to buy my in-the-money call options for as cheap as I possibly can. Right now, they're sitting at $2.23 for the expiration here today. I'm going to dip my toes in the water here a little bit, and I'm going to purchase a single call option. And I was supposedly, dollar cost average my position as I have the opportunity to, but I'm going to just dabble. I'm going to get my feet wet. I'm going to buy this first call option here today. So we've got this set up, the $6 strike. I'm going to purchase one call option just to dip my toes. And I'm just going to expand my screen here really quick. So you guys can see in real time how I'm making this happen. So this is a $6 strike, expiration of 5th of March. I'm buying one call option at that $6 strike. It cost me $2.85 per share. There's 100 total shares, which cost me $285. I don't know why it's saying that I don't have insufficient. What the heck is that? I've got $6,000 in here. Okay. One limit, 285. $285. I am confusion. I am confusion. What is going on here? Options, buying power to place this order. Please decrease your order quantity and try again. So that's because my cash hasn't settled yet. That would be it. Well, regardless, I am still going to purchase these call options whenever that cash does settle. So that makes sense. So I'm going to wait for that. But I'm still going to make that happen regardless. Just to be completely transparent. So that's the situation here. I guess I got to wait for my cash to settle. My apologies, guys. I didn't mean to get your hopes up. But I am still planning on buying those regardless. I'm going to be looking for every opportunity to add to my position here in AMC. I did purchase more not SOS as I was, X1 here today. Whammy is looking really solid. It's at $1.64 right now. Rocket having a pretty decent day as well. This is up 4.44%. We're going to come back here to SYPR. This is a stock that I had scalped in a previous day. I made a pretty decent amount off this. Not too bad. Down 7% here. This would be a pretty solid recovery play, but I want to look at this on a macroscopic time frame. Yeah, not yet. Not yet. I would hold off on that. All right, so we're going to be around here for another 15 minutes, and then I got to hit the road so that I can get over to my my cardiologist appointment. I'm going to read off these super chats and scroll to the bottom. Killed it, thank you. Based, Clayton, John Fields, Farnes, you know what it is. George W, baby. Coming here to the 1 minute chart so you guys can watch the live price action. We've got Farnaz, Jeremy, Brian, Benny, Dom, Mr. Mean, Michael, Allen, Antisocial Catman. Dude, I like that name. Real life military officer is impressive and all, but can I be an officer in Trey's army? Dude, if you're a part of the guerrilla gang, you already know what it is. Hey, if you guys would not mind doing me a favor and dropping a like on this video, if we get this to 6,500 likes, I will drink another glass of water. In fact, I actually have to use the bathroom, so. KMPH FDA approval result tomorrow. Can you dig the chart a little? KMPH. Ooh. That could be pretty monumental if they get it. I think that's why you're seeing a lot of hype here, for sure. There's a lot of hype right now in KMPH. It had a crazy run up in the pre-market. It's still up 7.5%, but I would wait to buy in. It's seen a little bit of a sell-off, so I'd hold off. I'd watch for a bounce off of support here at about 990. That'd be a pretty solid entry point. All right, gonna keep reading through these. Thank you to the Colbster. They are very similar. Oh, man, I gotta scroll back up. Holy Toledo, those likes jumped super fast. That's nuts. Oh, geez. All right, so we've got Stonk Vader. Thank you, my brother. Sent art to you via Twitter. Stonk Vader. Let me do that quick. I'll check you out, brother. Bull market, bear market. Because of you rebels, they will now add market. Deep thoughts from Stonk Vader's couch. I like that. That's good. I'm assuming that's what you sent me, man. That's good stuff. I like that. Cowabunga. Cowabunga it is, man. All right, coming back here to AMC, I want to keep this chart pulled up for you guys while I read these super chats. Currently, we are sitting up about 8.61% here in the the regular market hours. As I was, there are a lot more buyers on level 2s than sellers. We got a pretty nice little wall here. That should add up pretty nice. This is not free chicken. You already know what it is. All right, thank you to Rick. Thank you to Ferdy, Superman, Reese World, Isadore, Brandon. I am going to read off the time and sales chart. So I'm sorry that I'm not answering everybody's questions. I recognize that. I do appreciate everybody's super chat, but I'm just trying to plow through as many of these as I can just to recognize everybody. But the time and sales, what this is telling you is the real-time buyers and sellers that are coming into this. So you can see that 938.57, right? We had 1,000 sellers step into the game. You can see there's green numbers, right? That's 300 buyers that stepped in at 870. This tells you the real-time sales while you're watching the price actions. You can see how big of size people are taking when they're buying and selling specific orders. You know what all options you're grabbing? I'm going to be purchasing the $6 strike options on this stock. So that's what I'm watching for. That's going to be my specific purchase price. And then out the money, I'm going to be paying a higher premium so I can get those further out, right? To mitigate my risk a little bit. I almost didn't recognize Trey. Yeah, man. These glasses are goofy. I don't like them either. All right. Andrew did say on Friday he wanted to collab with you. Sweet, man. I'll have to chat with him. Lacey, thank you. Good morning. Good to see you. Drinking my Coca-Cola. You know what it is. Ryan Hunt. Hey, Trey, if we win big, I would like to get the Gorilla Gang together and make a great donation to Wounded Warriors. Oh, totally, man. Totally. I 100% plan on it. The Wounded Warriors project is something that I have donated to throughout time over and over and over again, and I will continue to do so because I've got nothing but love for that. All right, thank you to Charles. Read the end game on live. Also put out a video. Should be worth it and want your opinion. I will definitely check that out, man. So I have to actually get going here in 10 minutes to go to my cardiologist appointment, but I will make a video on it. I promise you. Good counter DD on RGME as well. Thank you, my friend. Thank you to New Ibis. Do you utilize the RSI and or MACD lines when swing trading? I use the RSI personally. That's my go-to. All right. 319 is 4X witching day. So part 4. I'll check that out here really quick. Part 4. Quadruple witching day. I want to see part 4. There we go. End game. Let's get to the final. Why is all this important? What else do you need to know? As of February 25th, XRT GME holdings increased from 3% to 10%. XRT is also the most heavily shorted ETF in the world. What does this tell us? XRT is the prime ETF used by Citadel and friends to hide their real short positions from the public. But how does shorting ETF work? It's simple. Let's say XRT has 100 different stocks. Citadel and friends are shorting 99 of them, then covering on those right away. The one stock they aren't covering for is GME. GameStop makes up a large percentage of the other stocks in the ETF due to its high share price. So when is it going to happen? At around Friday, March 19th, 2021. Evidence to support that date and everything coming together. First, we have to take a look at the basis of the current situation. As of the 23rd of February, the short interest was calculated to be at least 430%. That number becomes much, much higher if we take the short activity from 25th and 24th into account. 23rd February calculation. Insider ownership. You can see all these numbers here. Evidence to support March 19th. AI prediction starts around that date. So that's significant. Remember the naked short activity on February 24th and 25th. That's 33 to 51 million more purchases by, you guessed it, Friday, March 19th from 25th February's naked shorting alone and 12 million from 24th to be purchased one day prior because of the exemption for market makers. Market makers such as Citadel have special exemptions from the rules. They're allowed to carry a naked short for up to 21 days after they have to borrow a share. When the share is not borrowed in the allotted time and a buy-in does not occur, and they rarely do, the naked short becomes a full fail to deliver or the borrowed share. March 19th is XRT rebalance day. So that's going to be huge as well. Massive options chains set up for 319 with volume so big that only large institutions who know what's coming set it up. Oh, that's a big one. That's a big one because that could set up a nasty, nasty gamma squeeze, man. That could be crazy. Dang. XRT has 18,000 volume at $80 puts for 319. For comparison, the volume for 326 $80 puts is 142. Jesus Christ. Yeah, that tells you the whole story. Yeah, so retail investors do not have the capital for something like that, right? So that's exponential. That is huge. This tells you the whole game. I'm going to look at this in greater detail. In fact, I want to give a full-on detailed video talking about this, but that's huge. Quadruple witching day. What is quadruple witching? Quadruple witching refers to a day on which stock index futures, stock index options, stock options, and single stock futures expire simultaneously. While style options and contracts and index options expire on the third Friday of every month, all 4 assets classes expire simultaneously on the third Friday of March. Which day was it began? Which day was it again? We're talking about, all right, Friday, March 19th, the third Friday of the month, June, September, and December. Quadruple witching days witness heavy trading volume in part due to the offsetting of existing futures and options contracts that are profitable. Dang. I don't think the earnings are as huge. Jeez. Yeah, there's a crap ton of naked call options as well, which they obviously don't have the shares available for because they're naked call options, right? That's dirty. The squeeze is inevitable. It got delayed many times, but no matter what data you look at, the outcome is always the same. Everything points to the specific date. Also, other hedge funds smell blood. And I've been talking about this. We've been talking about this, guys. This is absolutely huge. I believe it's going to be, and I don't know if it's going to be end game. I don't want to get anybody's hopes up, but it does look like March 19th could be significant. And I know people are saying, would this only apply to GameStop? I don't think necessarily so, because AMC and GameStop are both being heavily shorted by these ETFs. MVIS, people are saying, is rocketing right now. Oh, up 11% here today. That is dirty, 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 dirty. Oh, man, I'm loving this. Absolutely love everything about MVIS, my friends. This is a stock to behold. Let's look at AMC here. Currently sitting at $8.67. I'm going to be making a purchase in this if I see it drop below my average dollar cost. So just keep that in the back of your mind. I also am going to be keeping some dry powder around so that I can add to my position with call options as well. Some that are going to expire in the money because I want to be able to average down on my position. So AGTC up 10%. It's about dang time. This stock has been pissing me off. Oh, dang. And it got a little bit of a candle wick rejection here, too. That's dirty. That's absolutely dirty, my friends. All right, we get this video to 7,500 likes. I will slam another cup of water. I'm going to go get that here right now, and I'll be right back. Give me 1 second. We are back. We are back, my friends. Look at AGTC go, man. This is a stock that I have a position in. I absolutely love AGTC. I think they're a very, very solid company. AMC, my friends, do not panic. So what is important to talk about in regards to the situation we're seeing right now, right? Why is this not immediately rocketing? Because this necessarily, right, the first box that we checked by having these call options expire in the money under $8, right? What does this do? It checks the first box. It checks the first box, right? So that is critical. That's a huge, huge thing to keep in mind. Inuvo is on a rampage. I see people talking about Inuvo right now. Oh, Jesus. Look at the volume pumping on this. What was the news? No news? Holy Toledo. Look at this thing go. That is dirty. What a day for a Inuvo. Holy crap. I'm going to let everybody over in my Discord know here really quick that I made a purchase on X-Zone, just so that everybody's tracking. I try to update everybody in real time. If you'd like to check out the Discord, there is a link to that in the description box down below. It's $5 a month for the Patreon. I keep it very cheap because I'm not looking for money. I'm just looking for a great community. So that's the opportunity there for you, my friends, if you'd like to check that out. All right. 20 shares, X-Zone, buy. Where did I purchase it at? Build orders. I would think it was around... I think it was around 36.50. Total position, 98 shares at 39.72. So I'm currently red on my X-Zone position, but that is okay. I still see an immense amount of upside. I'm going to be holding that for quite some time to come. We're going to stick around here for another 3 minutes. Thank you, everybody, who is tuning into the Traders Podcast. Coming back here to AMC, it is at $8.55, and it does look like it's going to drop below my average cost here, which is going to be an opportunity for me to add to the position if I would like to do so. My average cost is $8.45, so if it ends up dropping below that, I'm going to definitely take the opportunity without a doubt. The volume so far here today, what are we looking at, right? In terms of volume, we are seeing, I would say, a little bit lower than we did in the previous day. So if we look at the 5-day chart here really quick, and just take a quick peek, what are we seeing? We see that we saw about 13 million in volume in that first 5-minute spread. We saw 14 million, so actually more volume in that first 5 minutes here, which is, I didn't anticipate that. I thought it was going to be lower. But with that being said, this is starting to find a little bit of an engulfing candlestick pattern right now. Currently sitting at $8.62. That is looking pretty freaking solid. It's trading a little bit sideways. But that is okay, right? We checked the first box, and that is what I wanted to really focus on in terms of this situation with AMC and GameStop, is by checking that first box and having those call options expire in the money, that sets us up for the next step, right? That's the next step. SOS is going crazy, huh? I'm going to wish I'd made that buy. Oh, yeah, definitely. This would have been a good swing trade. That would have been a solid swing trade. I don't like chasing, though, guys. I don't like chasing. That's not me. That's not for me. I'd be a hypocrite if I bought into this right now. Plus, I got to get going to my cardiologist appointment. So, we're going to wrap this up, my friends. If you would not mind dropping a like on the video on the way out, that would mean an immense amount to me. I appreciate everybody here, an insane amount. Thank you so much for joining the Traders Podcast. Thank you to the Gorilla Gang. Thank you to everybody that's dropped a super chat. You guys all rock. It is absolutely insane to me that you guys have been rocking with the Gorilla Gang. And I will be back again here later today. So, I will be posting a video here shortly that I recorded this morning talking about my top 5 favorite stocks in my portfolio. I will also be talking about AMC here later tonight. So, if you'd like to check out that video, make sure that you check it out. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, yada. That is there for you to do. So thank you guys. Thank you for tuning in. I will see you all in the next live stream. I'm going to be heading to the cardiologist. Peace out, my friends, and take it easy.